debían de aprobar pronto la reforma migratoria, sencillamente porque la unidad de este país depende en ese resultado. So thank you very much, and let me begin with our witnesses, and thank you. Matthew Mateo Perea is an 11-year-old born in the United States, representing thousands of children from migratory families. Mateo has been active in social justice actions for several years. He participated in a 4-day fast honoring Cesar Chavez. Recently, he was co-MC with another child at the National Day of Action against SB 1070, and thank you for that. Mateo is an actor in the local theater productions, including Tears of Our Lives, produced by James Garcia and Sheriff Arpaio, and the 287G program and the impact of children. Mateo, welcome. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to your comments.
My name is Matthew Perea. Everyone calls me Mateo. I'm 11 years old, and I'm here to tell you about my fears of growing up in Arizona. Children want to be with their parents. Laws in Arizona are just made against us. I'm always worried when my family leaves, because when they go out to the groceries, I might be scared that they might not come back for me, or when I finish school, that they might not pick me up. And I think about it when my dad goes to work, that he might not come back. SB 1070 is all about hate. There is something that is a law that we don't need. I feel mad that they're already separating kids from their parents. When Sheriff Arpaio goes out to our parents' jobs or throughout the neighborhood, and they pick them up. Why does Arpaio arrest our parents? It's not the kids' fault, nor the parents either. I don't know what happens to kids left alone when their parents are deported. I've heard that they take them away too. We need to stand up and fight and ask Mr. President Obama to stop SB 1070 and other programs that hurt families. Thank you for listening to me and all of the kids of Arizona that are being affected.
Portugal is a 12-year-old that likes math and science. You beat me there. In the free time, she likes to play basketball, watch sports on TV. That we do have in common. Not the playing part, but the watching. She also likes to play and take care of her brothers and sisters. I learned to cook when she was 10 years old for her brothers and sisters when her mother was arrested and detained by Sheriff Arpaio. Welcome, Hijita, and I look forward to your testimony.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Heidi from Portugal. What I want to talk to you about is one of the most sad but true realities that kids are suffering here, in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, such as myself. I was only 10 years old when I had a sad awakening on the day, on February 11th. When I woke up, I found out that my mother had been arrested. I thought, was she in a car wreck or what happened? But what I couldn't understand was that she was arrested working. My biggest worries were my 2 little brothers and sister. What was going to happen to them? And what about my little brother, which was only 3 months, and my mom was breastfeeding him? I asked myself, why did I have to suffer so much? And I had to take a huge responsibility and take charge. Waking up early in the morning, getting my sister ready, with a great pain in my heart, leave my 2 little brothers behind. Maybe you're saying we've heard this tons of times before, but have you ever thought about the harm that you're doing to all the families and kids that have separated families that don't have their members with them? Before I would admire all the uniformed people who protected our country, but if you get pity to those, thoughts are gone. All those mistreatments and arrests and raids and confiscating and thanks to all those mistreatments and arrested and for all those racism laws, they took away the most precious the most precious thing that children could have. It's our mother. With one hit, they took away my smile and my happiness. In our church, they thought I was about to feel hate nor anger to those that have done me so much harm. And now that I'm only 12 years old, I pray to our Heavenly Father. Now one day I'll grow up, study, and for my daily effort, occupy an important place to justify all of our human rights. And I also want to demonstrate to our President Obama that we're not a piece of paper that can be crumpled up and thrown aside. Thank you for listening to my short testimony.
Thank you. Mr. Napolitano has to catch one of the California planes, and so
It was by midnight. But it's a great pleasure. I will be reading the testimony that will be given to us probably by Monday or Tuesday of next week. But my heart goes out to the youngsters, to the children and their families. I don't know what I've done without my mother, although I was raised by a single mother. It would have been tragic for me as a youngster. What can you do is help us. Help us convince the people who don't want immigrants in this country. Help us be able to change their minds. And children, American-born or non-American-born, have the right to be able to go to school, to enjoy peace in their mind, and not have to worry about coming home and not having a parent, or not having a parent pick you up at school. That is not America. And we deny that right to our children. So with that, I thank you, and I have to excuse myself because they're waiting for me to take the flight. So God bless everybody, and please, please, please write, call, or fax, or to the members of Congress, telling them how urgent it is to the administration of President Obama, how critical immigration reform this year is. God bless.
Is a professor of applied psychology at New York University, Dykart School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, and co-director of Immigration Studies. Her appointment is in the Department of Applied Psychology with an affiliation in teaching and learning. She is the director of the school psychology program. She publishes widely in the areas of immigrant families and youth, the role of the social mirror in identity formation, immigrant family separations, the role of mentors in facilitating youth development, and the gendered experiences of immigrant youth. Her books include Learning a New Land, Immigrant Children in American Society, and Children of Immigration. I want to welcome you here, Doctor, and look forward to your comments and to your recommendations to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Congressman Grijalva, and I am deeply honored and humbled to follow these lovely young children. Please allow me to express appreciation for the opportunity to testify on behalf of the 152,000 members of the American Psychological Association. APA is the world's largest organization representing the field of psychology and has a long-standing commitment to promoting the optimal development and education of children and adolescents. Psychologists have a unique and important perspective to offer to immigration, the discussion of immigration in several domains. We can shed light on the developmental implications for children growing up in uncertainty, in stigmatized households, and without a sense of being able to participate in the fabric of the nation in which they are being raised. We can also call attention to the unintended consequences of immigration's policies for children and families, as well as to vulnerable populations, including previously traumatized refugees and asylum seekers. Lastly, we can share knowledge about and advocate for the mental and behavioral health needs of immigrant families and children. Let me begin by briefly providing some data to help place this issue in perspective. Immigrant youth are the fastest growing child population in the U.S. Currently, 16 million children have at least one parent who is an immigrant, while today nearly 23% of youth under the age of 18 in the U.S. have an immigrant parent.